Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about another really forgotten DCOM with Tru Confessions.
Isn't it funny how people on TV lead the most amazingly perfect lives?
Tru Confessions was released in 2002, and again, similar to The Color of Friendship, I feel like this is a very important film that they came out with, and really forgotten in a sense. I feel like no one really remembers this film, and it's a shame because this one is so important and powerful. It focuses on a pair of twins. The one is a normal twin, and it's her perspective of her life. She's obsessed with filming, and she's making a documentary about her brother who is autistic. And I feel like there's not that much media that showed it in a very rare, unfiltered light like this did, and it showed everything still appropriately for everyone, but it gave us a really great perspective on how it's like to live with someone who has a disability and how they're able to get through and the ups and downs. And there's a lot of family drama that goes along with it because a lot of emotions are tied in because not everyone is on the same page, and there's a lot of unfortunate miscommunication, and especially with her being a teenager and trying to survive in a normal high school setting is hard to do when she has a brother who does have mental disabilities.
No, Tru, it's not the wind's fault. It's stupid. Stupid kite. Must be retarded.
But they do it so well, they handle everything so well. And I mean, the actors are phenomenal. We have Shia LaBeouf that is in this film, and he is a genuine actor. We all know him from Even Stevens and Transformers now, and the interesting protests that he's been doing recently. But he is a very interesting person, but a very genuine actor, and he does an excellent portrayal. And I feel like it's really great to see him act genuinely as this. And I feel like a lot of times people go to comedy to use, or they use disability acting as a comedic reference, and this one is strictly drama, and it's strictly serious, and it's refreshing to see. We also have Claire Bryant, who is our main character, Trudy, or Tru Confessions, and it focuses all about her struggle of dealing with it and her ending up making a documentary to enter into a contest to have her own TV show because she just wants to escape. She just wants to be a TV star, and she's obsessed with the sitcom era as well from the 50s, which is a really interesting theme because we talked about this in Smart House. Smart House had that 50s everything's perfect vibe, and this one does revisit it in a different sense, but it's still there.
Seriously, Tru. You're brilliant, you're adorable, and you have the best taste in clothes.
Well then, Mom, I think you and Dad should increase my allowance by $100 a week.
Sure.
And I really think it's cool that the 50s were such a prominent aesthetic still in the 90s and early 2000s. I mean, that explains a lot about what I like. And even the parents are really great, and there's so many relatable issues that they're all struggling with. The mother is played by Mare Whittingham, and I knew I recognized her, and I wasn't sure where I recognized her from, and then I realized that she's from American Horror Story. So she's done a couple different roles within the seasons of American Horror Story, as well as she's done a lot of different stuff. She is a very well-known actor, but I only know her from this and American Horror Story. It's still excellent though. I really am impressed with this. This is a film that really stands up today, and I wish they would show it, because even though the only thing outdated is the technology that she's using, videotapes and actual like computers and video cameras like that are you have to have a tape and use a firewall connection for. It still is also ahead of its time in the same sense, because she has a video diary that she's recording on, and for herself she is explaining that it's for her to have, but also when she becomes famous TV star, she can put this out and have it as a documentary she grew up.
Anyway, does it seem a little bit psycho that I'm keeping this video journal? Not to me. In fact, here's 101 reasons why I'm doing it. Reason 1. When I'm incredibly famous and have my own show, I'll put this journal out on video so everybody can see what my life was really like.
Little did we know, a couple years later we have our platform of YouTube that people do the same thing. So I think it's cool that they have this, and this was in 2002, YouTube was created in 2005, so it's so close, but it's still a little bit ahead of its time, and I do appreciate that's a kind of really cool thing to look back at. There are so many scenes in this film that are so important, and you just are hooked watching it, and the emotion and the heart in this film, it just gets you, and you get emotionally attached to these characters and you feel for them, and I give them so much credit for it. We don't get this today, and this is why I'm like, I love revisiting these old films, because there were a mix of comedies and dramas during this time. Don't have any dramas in our recent DCOMs, but I do wish they would come out with them again. I feel like that's something that Disney is missing. Disney focuses too much on comedy and like just fun films, which are great. I appreciate them, but I feel like it is so crucial to be able to use this as a learning ability for everyone and for families, because once again, like I mentioned, when we had Color of Friendship, there was a lot of issues about racism that was important to talk about, and equality, and this one is also very important too in a different sense, because you have the disabilities where people do not accept people that are different from each other. So even though they aren't at the same IQ level, it is under the same blanket statement where it's a great dialogue to talk about and for people to open up and to teach peace and equality and respect. And this is something that needs to come back. So I want to see this movie be more known again. It has excellent actors in it, well-known actors in it, and it's forgotten. So check it out. Just go watch this film, share it with your friends, because this is something that is still so important and they do an excellent job with it. Tomorrow we're going to be jumping back to a fun film again with Get a Clue. So stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.